Hey guys, it's Jim Bounds at Motorhome Rehab Ranch, and this is a long-awaited addition to our transmission rebuild series. Uh, excuse me. All right, today we're going to talk about torque converters. Now, there are two parts to a transmission. There's the transmission itself, and then there's the torque converter. The torque converter bolts between the motor and the transmission and converts this raw power into something that we can use. Now, all the power goes through the torque converter. And if you see here, the torque converter is this round thing, and it's inside the bell housing. The bell housing is the back of the motor, the big round part. And inside there is a torque converter. Same torque converter works on a 400, and we've been blessed because there were millions of 400s made, and the technology of torque converters has progressed greatly. Okay? Depends on what you're trying to put, what you're trying your vehicle to do. For instance, if you have a race car, you want a high stall. You want to rev it up, boom, and it goes. Okay? And what we want is a low stall. We want, as soon as it slips a little bit and gets going, we want it to lock in and take all of our torque and push us up that hill. So over the years, they've found different things in torque converters that will augment different uses. Okay? All the torque converters look like this. And all of them are in the bell housing. And there's absolutely, as you see, it is welded together. There is absolutely nothing you and I can do to a torque converter. Nope. Torque converter, what they do to it, to rebuild it or modify it, they literally have a torch and it cuts the thing open. Cuts it wide open. When you go in, there are three parts basically. You've got this thing with fins on it. Now there's fluid in there. And when one of those fin things is attached to the motor and it starts to spin, it takes the fluid and compresses it. And then at some point, it takes off and then transfers the torque into the transmission. But that's what it is. Now, if you look at this, by the way, all these pictures, of course, will be on the Patreon site. But if you look at this, you can see each one of the fins is brazed. Can you see it? Each one of the fins has a braze on it. That's one of the specifications that I look for when I'm looking for a good torque converter. Okay, everything is brazed together. Now there are two torque converters that are available off shelf. One is called a B3. That's the part number, and it's for a car. And then there's a B52 that's built heavier duty than a B3. Unfortunately, even a B52 is not strong enough. It does not have brazed fins, and some of the other things we'll talk about. So if you go to a transmission shop and you have your transmission rebuilt, and they say, yeah, we put in a new torque converter. Well, you can do more with the torque converter, okay? You can do more. You can have all the fins brazed. So when it really torques down, it's not going to start bending. Okay? You can also have, hang on a second. You can also have balloon plates that, as that thing winds up, it creates pressure inside. And the hydraulic fluid creates pressure in there, pushes. Well, it can push out like this. So you want balloon plates on your torque converter. Raised fins, balloon plates is another thing. We'll get into a couple other things that we want to specify in a transmission. But the biggest thing that you have to specify is where are you going to have this torque converter produced. Okay? There are shops around the country. You may not know anything of them, but all they do are custom stuff. The company that we went to for our torque converters, because I have a special series of things I want in my torque converter. Here's their cores. You can see most all of these are GM torque converters and would work in our coach. We're going to be using a 6-pad torque converter. He says that 3 pads are cars, 5 pads are GM, 6-pad. He said those come in trucks a lot. Probably because they don't know which ones they're going to get. But I had specified we're going to use 6-pad torque converters. Let's see. See, there's a 3-pad that's all chewed up. There's one cut open. So anyway, that's what we're going to have built. But you have to go to a place that can do it. When you got to cut open the torque converter, you really, really have to know what transmission pieces are. That is the box of filings that they create daily with their CNC machines. These guys build race transmissions. Big business. They build race transmissions. and they build their own torque converters because that's the other part of a transmission. Without a good torque converter, you really don't have much. It'll eventually fail. Okay. So that's one of their CNC machines. What they do is they produce ballistic bell housings, race ballistic bell housings for drag cars and different things. This is some of the castings that they've machined out. This place is really set up right. This is probably 4 processes on some sort of a machine. They make their own parts. The old man's still in there. They have him in there cutting the torque converters and doing some things. I met him 6 years ago when I first met these folks. You can see where the torque converters are, what he's doing. This is his shop. It's a big place. They got a lot of stuff going through there. This is one of the CNCs. This is the part that they produce. They do a casting, they get a raw casting, and they cut it down themselves. And right here, they're finishing off the CNC. This is one of the bell housings they produce on a 2-speed GM transmission. They use those a lot in race. But there's one of theirs they have sitting there. This is pretty cool. If you remember, some of you do, we had the Mercedes and we would put the whole drivetrain in it and go drive it around and suck it up into the motorhome into the 4-post lift. Well, these guys have a engine with a transmission mounted upside down with a glass pan so they can see how it shifts They're building throttle bodies, making their own throttle bodies. So this device really, really helps them in what they do. So we're having some torque converters produced. It's another week or so till they come back. But without these torque converters, the transmission is not as strong as it can be. All right. So anywhere that you go that you get a transmission built, if you go somewhere that you don't know or whatever, ask them what kind of torque converter they're going to use. Tell them you want a custom torque converter. You want to have, as we talked before, brazed fins. You want to have balloon plates on it. They weld metal plates on the torque converter to hold it from ballooning out. Okay? We want a low stall. In other words, as soon as your engine revs just enough to grab the torque, we want it to engage and we want it to pull. Okay? Last thing, we want an Allison needle bearing style bushing, not a bushing, a bearing in the center of this new torque converter. Everybody knows what that is. Allison needle style center bearing. Those are the specifications. I'm not holding back or whatever. Those are the specifications that I require for the transmission that we'll be building to show you how it can be done. All right. So everybody knows about torque converters now. We got transmissions. We got torque converters. Very, very important. All right. Well, look, thanks for your time. Stay with us. We'll be going a little further as soon as I get the torque converter in. We've got the gasket set, clutches, bands, all that stuff is ordered. Everything's cleaned up, ready to go. So as soon as we get parts, we'll be putting it together. All right. Stay with us. Thanks for the support. Bye-bye.